What's up, guys? This is noname4505 here for an RU battle, and this is the long-awaited finals from that tourney that I had. Yeah, my team's still the same. So I've got my Chirogonal, that's a standard special defensive rapid spinning one, a standard stealth rocking Steelix, Flight Gem Archeops, standard mixed wall slow king, Cosmic Power Sigilif, and the new skilling Chinchino. So anyways, his team is a Moltres, Absol, Lilligant, Dusknoir, Sandslash, and Lantern. So the first thing that I'm going to notice here is that he has a Moltres, and Moltres is a huge ass threat. Just give me a sec here. So anyways, yeah, like I said, Moltres is a huge ass threat, so getting those Stealth Rocks up is going to be really important because it's going to take 50% damage whenever it switches in. But I do also notice he has his Sandslash to rapid spin away his Stealth Rocks, which, makes complete sense. But still, I want to try and keep my Stealth Rocks up as much as possible in case he wants to switch that Moltres in, as well as keep pressure on the Sandslash with, to try and keep it from rapid spinning away with my Slowking and my Chirogonal, especially my Chirogonal, because I know that my Chirogonal's Ice Beam is a one-hit KO on standard defensive Sandslash. And now he's also got that Lilligant that once it sets up to +2 or +3 is going to be a huge ass threat, but I do have my Chirogonal with the Toxic. If I was really afraid of Lilligant, like super duper afraid, then I would carry Haze, but I'm not, and very few Lilligants carry Lumberry. And either way, I can usually take about one hit at like +1 or +2 to just fire off another Toxic anyway with my Chirogonal. So my Chirogonal is going to be pretty important, and Absol, not a big threat. Lantern is going to be annoying to deal with just because of Lantern's massive HP stat, as well as the Volt Switch to scout switches and stuff, and spreading either Toxic or Paralysis, whichever he chooses, and Heal Belling whatever status I decide to put on his pokes. But I do have my Chinchino with the Bullet Seed, which is guaranteed to hit 5 times because of skilling, so that's a pretty good one. As well as my Archeops with the Earthquake. So, Lantern, I'm not too afraid of. Dusknoir is going to probably be another thing that's a little bit difficult. But I think that my Sigilif can actually handle it pretty well, because once I get a couple of Cosmic Powers up, then that Stored Power is going to be doing quite a bit, and Absol, not a threat at all. I have multiple things to handle. Absol, my Steelix can handle it. Even my Slowking is bulky enough to handle it, since Absol just isn't that powerful until it gets a Sword Stance under its belt, which very few Absols are Sword Stance variants. And my Sigilif can take one unboosted hit, even if it doesn't have a Cosmic Power under its belt, I think. I don't know. And then I could just spread it with a burn, or hurt it with a burn. So anyways, I'm going to lead off with my Slowking Theory, and that's my best thing to deal with is Moltres, predicting him to lead with that. And he leads off this Lantern, so he goes for the Toxic right off the bat, which completely sucks because Slowking is a bulky water type, and something that you guys hear me say once at least every video is that bulky water types hate Toxic, which is true. So I'm going to switch out to my Steelix to resist the Volt Switch, and then take this opportunity to set up my Stealth Rocks. So that's all good into Hood. So now he's going to switch out to his Sandslash to rapid spin his rocks away, number 1, and 2, possibly fearing the Earthquake, since I can't live another Scald unless Min-Max screws me over. But I predict to switch out to his Sandslash, and my Chirogonal can just fire off an Ice Beam to kill it, but he switches right back to his Lantern, which is a great play on his part. But since Lantern is a bulky water type, I'm going to try and Toxic that, as he just goes for the Scald, and now I'm going to try and Toxic him again this turn since my Toxic missed, and this time I hit, but he also has the Toxic. I thought that he would have the Thunder Wave, since more Lanterns carry Thunder Wave than Toxic, but he has the Toxic. And that's probably better than the Thunder Wave, since one of Chirogonal's biggest assets is its speed. Anyways, I'm going to switch out to my Steelix here, predicting the Volt Switch, but he actually goes for the Heal Bell, so now I know for a fact that he has the Heal Bell. So he's definitely a bulkier build, and now he goes out to his Sandslash, so I'm just going to go for the Earthquake this time, thinking he won't switch his Sandslash in because I do have my Chirogonal. But, so I'm going to switch out to my Slowking this time, just because I know he's going to rapid spin away, and In case he decides to put on some prediction pants and go for the Stone Edge or something, I don't want my Chirogonal taking that, so I'm going to go out to my Slowking just to make sure. And he's got his Illigent here. I don't want this thing setting up, so I just have to go put something to sleep, except he's going to switch out back to his Lantern, and I'm going to go for the Dragon Tail. That's right, I'm Toxic, so I thought he would just go straight for the Quiver Dance, so that's why I went to the Dragon Tail. Okay, that's all good. I had this battle a long time ago, so I don't really remember what's going on. Excuse me. Anyways, I've got Sigilif in here, because Sigilif does its stuff, and now I'm just going to go for the Psycho Shift, just trying to get some damage on that thing, but this Absol has the Lumberry, but it doesn't matter, because I could just Psycho Shift it back, but I'm going to switch out to my Steelix this time, because at that amount of health, I don't think I can take one Night Slash, unless I get some Cosmic Powers under my belt. Anyways, I'm going to go for the Stealth Rocks here, just because Stealth Rocks are cool business right here. So now I'm going to go out to my Slowking once again, just being a little wary if he has a Stone Edge or not. And I'm guessing that the fact that he's going to keep going for this Rapid Spin here, that he might not have the Stone Edge, he might be, what was it, Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin, Earthquake, and then Toxic, maybe, no, it doesn't even get Thunder Wave, maybe Toxic. I'm guessing that's it. He could, I don't know what, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Anyways, I switch my Chinchino over here, and this probably wasn't the best play because Lantern has a fairly respectable special attack stat. So, it's going to do a decent chunk to me, number one, and then number two, he could have gotten a burn with the Scald, so that wasn't my best thinking right there. But the good news is that he doesn't get the burn on me, so now he goes out to his Dusknoir to take that bullet, the Bullet Seed very well. And he goes for the Will-O-Wisp. It doesn't matter since I'm already burned, which is why I switch into my Sigilif because it's the ultimate status blocker. And now I can just go and set up a Cosmic Power. So I've got the power of Cosmicity. Now I'm going to go for the Roost here, just trying to take the Scald a little bit better, but he just goes right for the Volt Switch. If I were him, I would have gone for the Heal Bell or something like that, but nah, oh well. So he's got his Moltres in here, and I'm going to go for another Cosmic Power, just trying to see if he's Choice Scarfed or not. And I don't see any Life Orb recoil, so I'm thinking he might be like Expert Belt or something, since most bulkier Moltres generally don't carry the Fire Blast. So now it goes out to his Absol. I'm just go for the Roost here, get back to about 3/4 health, and I know I'm at +3 defense, so I'm going to be taking those Night Slashes fairly well, and I'm going to just spread the burn on him, but he does get the critical hit because it's an Absol with Super Luck and Night Slash. So anyways, I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch here, and that's not going to do very much. It actually does a fairly respectable amount, despite the fact that he's burned. But you know, oh well, so now I've got my Steelix in here. I'm just going to go for he's going to go for the Night Slash. That does poo damage. Not just any kind of damage, but poo damage. So he goes for the Zen Headbutt here. That flinches me. That doesn't really matter since I'm gaining more health back with leftovers than I'm losing from his attacks. So he's just going to try and flinch me here, as I'm just going to be able to set up my Stealth Rocks because he doesn't flinch me this time. So that's good because I've got my rocks up, and now he can just send in a Sand Slash, and now this time I think I'm just going to switch out to my Slowking. Okay. Taylor, what are you doing? So now he goes and gets his Stealth Rocks up, so that's all good for him. And now he's going to switch out to his Lantern, as I believe I'm just going to go for the Scalds. If I were him, I would have just sacked his Sand Slash there and tried to fire for Rapid Spin, but you know what? I'm not him. So anyways, he goes to the Heal Bell here. I'm just trying to go for the Scald, trying to fish for the burn some more. And that toxic damage is building up, so now I'm actually going to switch out to my Chinchino here because I think I could take one Scald, and I think I do with just a smidgen. That's like the smidgens of smidgens, and then I'm able to fire off 2 Bullet Seeds, take out this Lantern, which is all good stuff here. Unfortunately, my Chinchino is going to go down with it. So does a Double Down, and it's 4/4 at this point. So he goes into a Sand Slash. I switch into my Chirogonal, predicting that Sand Slash right here. And I guess he thinks he can take an Ice Beam or something, but he can't. That's exactly why Chirogonal is actually pretty good in RU, is a good spinner. And now he's got his Moltres in here. I'm going to try and stay in and just sack my Chirogonal to Rapid Spin away the hazards, but that doesn't work out so well because I don't have very much speed investment. Even though if I was more offensive, like an offensive spinner, I would have been able to outspeed out that Moltres, but it doesn't work out. But I've got my Slowking in here, and he might be, I don't even know what that Moltres would be, actually. I just don't know what item he has. I'm guessing Expert Belt, but if he was Expert Belt, he could have used an Expert Belted HP Grass and pretty much pushed my shit in. But I don't even know. Maybe Specs, but if it was Specs, I would think it would have done more damage to that Sigilif. Anyways, I've got my Archeops in here, and now he goes for the Shadow Sneak. That was not a smart play by me, because now I'm in defeatist range. But I go for the Acrobatics, and the Flight Gem boosted Acrobatics is still enough to take this thing out. And now he's got his Legend in here. He doesn't have any Quiver Dance boosts in here, and even though I'm in defeatist range, Archeops has a massive attacking stat based on 40, I believe. And between that and now, my Thingamabob Acrobatics is powered up. It's still going to be enough to kill off the Legend and the Moltres, since it's at pitiful amount of health, and Archeops will just naturally outspeed. So Archeops, even though it wasn't defeatist range, is still able to clean up there. So that was a great game, Elvid. Yeah, it's all good stuff, especially when it's games to win tourneys. And yeah, Archeops is powerful. Just remember that, kids. And yeah, this was noname4505 doing some stuff here, in peace.